Somewhere in the world, a business is growing. More customers, more revenue, more transactions, more complexity. Yet something unusual is happening. The workload is increasing, but the payroll is not. Emails are answered, meetings are scheduled, leads are qualified, reports are generated, customers are onboarded, and somehow, fewer people are involved than ever before. Most people assume growth requires labor, more work, more employees, more management. But a different model is emerging, one that scales without adding proportional human effort. And in many companies, that system is already working, long before anyone notices it. For decades, business growth followed a familiar equation. More customers meant more work meant more employees meant more management, and more management meant more overhead. The model worked, but it carried a hidden cost: complexity. Every new hire solved one problem and created another: communication, training, coordination, supervision. Eventually, the organization spent more energy managing itself than creating value. Most people never noticed this because growth looked healthy. Revenue increased, headcount increased, everything appeared normal. But beneath the surface, friction was accumulating. Then something changed. Quietly, gradually, almost invisibly. Software stopped behaving like software. For years, software waited for instructions. Click, input, command, response. The relationship was simple. Humans acted, software reacted. But a different model began emerging, one capable of observing, planning, executing, and continuing to operate after the user walked away. The shift appeared small. Most people ignored it. History suggests that is often when the biggest transformations begin. This is where autonomous agents enter the story. Not chatbots, not simple automation, not another software tool. An autonomous agent operates differently. It receives an objective, breaks that objective into tasks, uses available tools, makes decisions, and moves towards completion without requiring constant supervision. The difference sounds technical, but the implications are economic. Because businesses are not built on individual tasks, they are built on systems. And systems behave differently when parts of them begin operating autonomously. Most people focus on labor. Architects focus on infrastructure. This is where the real story begins. A virtual assistant performs work. An autonomous agent becomes part of the infrastructure itself. A lead enters the system. Qualification begins automatically. Customer records update. Follow-up sequences launch. Meetings are scheduled. Documentation is delivered. Reports are generated. No manager coordinates the process. No employee supervises every step. The outcome looks impressive, but the infrastructure is what matters. Because infrastructure scales differently than labor. The system does not become valuable because it works. It becomes valuable because it keeps working. Scale begins where manual effort ends. For years, companies competed by hiring faster. Now, many compete by automating faster. Not because people have become less important, but because leverage has become more important. An employee performs a task. A system coordinates thousands. An employee works during business hours. a system operates continuously. The result is not simply efficiency, it is multiplication. More output from the same resources, more scale from the same organization, more value from the same infrastructure. Most people focus on effort. The system focuses on leverage, and leverage has always been the engine behind scalable wealth.
The real story is not that AI agents are replacing virtual assistants. That narrative is too small. Something much larger is happening. Infrastructure is replacing coordination. The goal was never to remove people. The goal was to remove friction. Throughout history, every major productivity breakthrough followed a similar pattern. Less coordination, more leverage. Less manual effort, more scalable systems. Most people see the outcome. Few see the architecture producing it.
Many people are asking whether AI will replace jobs. A different question may matter more. Who will design the systems? Because the future belongs not only to those who use artificial intelligence, but to those who build infrastructure around it. The outcome looks impressive. The architecture is what matters. Wealth rarely scales through labor alone. It scales through systems. It scales through leverage. It scales through design. The transition has already begun. Quietly, gradually, almost invisibly. Most people see the outcome. Few see the system behind it. Because every scalable business is built on infrastructure, and every new era is defined by the systems it creates. This is ASUTSEN, architecting wealth, automating future.